right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Dirt Racing Network's live coverage of the Dirt Slingers Wednesday Night Warriors, the UMP Mod Series. Boys out here putting down some laps. Right now, that man right there, Shane James, atop the speed chart in the practice session. Just waiting for one or two more to enter the server there so they can advance this thing. They will not have qualifying, so while they are finishing up their practice session, we will do our pre-race festivities.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, thank you, Mr. Foley. Fantastic rendition of our national anthem. Right into heat races we go. Boys random drew for their spots. On the pole for heat race number 1, the Four-Way Mortgages BSA or Catch Fence Apparel Levels Up Sim Racing. Number 85 of Tyler Schell out of Millersburg, Pennsylvania. And on the outside of him in the Border Tire Wiki Cushion, Dirt Racing Network Rockstar Productions, number 5. Another elbows up a driver. He's from Franklin, Pennsylvania, Braden Eiler. Row 2 on the inside, the Ultimate Dirt TV, Black Diamond Motorsports, number 54 from Ellington, Florida, John Batista, JB. And on his outside, in the over-the-wall photography, elbows up Sim Sport, number 21 from Hanford, California, Shea Paulo. Or row 3 on the inside, going to be the Tim Sims, Black Diamond Motorsports, number 1 of Mason Hannigan from Pittsburgh, Indiana. And on the outside of him, Will Gatsky in the Jones Rockin' Dirt, Band of Brothers, number 70 out of Abilene, Kansas. Row 4. On the inside, the 157 car, Jesse Bandy. On the outside of him, from Junction City, Kansas, in the Shake and Bake Motorsports, number 1, Jacob Schmutz. And in the back row, on the inside, from Owasso, Oklahoma, the number 13, going to be Cody Kelly. And on the outside of him, newcomer to the series in the 90 car, Jeff Fitzpatrick. Everybody in the house going to the feature tonight. All 20 drivers will make it to our 35-lap A main. They are just racing the heat races for their starting positions. 2 heat races, couple of minutes of warm-up for them, and we will get right through this thing tonight. Appreciate everybody tuning in as I just left that right on up there, didn't I? Now we'll fix it up. Hello, Tim Nichols. All right. Pace truck about to head in. Cars lined up, ready to go. Shell in the 44. On the throttle, green flag in the air. Good start to this one. They will fan out 2, 3, 4 wide for just a second in the middle of turns 1 and 2. You saw Paulo get into the back of Batista. That checked up all the cars behind that. It is going to leave Shell, Eiler, and Will Gatsky New paint on the 70 machine. We're looking for the black car. He's in a white one now. He has third. Batista Apollo now battling for fourth, right in front of Schmutz. That's sixth place. Fitzpatrick, Hannigan, Kelly, and Bandy in behind that. Pretty good line around the top right now for these drivers. The only car down in the bottom in the top five, the 21 machine you see right there, Shea Paulo. Now he moves out to the high side. Will Gatsky now getting a little bit of pressure from John Batista. Batista been very strong in this series. Top 5 runs in the A-Main both weeks. Won the opener. I think he finished 4th in week number 2, if my memory is good. Right around Gatsky. Gatsky going to fight back with the crossover there. Good move from him. Round 2, turns 3 and 4. 3 laps to go this time by. Still Tyler Schell. 0.8 of a second ahead of Braden Eiler, the high side hustler there, the 5 machine. Hanging on to a solid second place. Best battle on the track right there. The 54 car of John Batista, the 70 of Will Gatsky. These two battling side by side. I saw Jeff Fitzpatrick go around Hannigan. Shea Paulo still in 5th. Then Fitzpatrick up to 6th, but he's got his hands full. Hannigan trying to come back around. Not going to make that work. Schmutz right in the middle of this too. White flag in the air for Tyler Schell. Looks like he'll pick up a heat race win pretty easily. Braden Eiler and Will Gatsky now put a little bit of distance between himself and John Batista as they come out of 3 and 4 for the checkered flag. Heat race number 1 in the books. Tyler Schell will be your winner. Braden Eiler, Will Gatsky, John Batista, Shea Paulo, Jeff Fitzpatrick, Mason Hannigan, Jacob Schmutz, Cody Kelly, and Jesse Bandy in that order. Second and final heat race is going to grid out here on the front stretch for us. On the pole, the Jessup Logistics Elbows Up Sim Sport, number 25 from West Middlesex, Pennsylvania. Richie Preston on his outside in a 3 machine. That is going to be Shane James. Row 2 on the inside, the Casey's General Stores, number 4 from Des Moines, Iowa, Jason Randolph. And on the outside of him, the Cairns Custard and Hamburgers, HRE Motorsports, number 56 from Nashville, Tennessee, Brad Dyer. Row 3 on the inside, the Catch Fence Apparel Elbows Up Sim Sports number 82 from Bloomington, Indiana, Dustin Catch Fence Griffiths. And on the outside of him, in the 6 car, has the Dirtco Media House machine, and that's Cody Olson. Row 4 on the inside, the D2 Race Designs Miles Jensen Racing, number 67 from Duluth, Minnesota, Miles Jensen. And on the outside of him, the Forrest and Wiggy I-55 Lawyers, Team UDSRA, number 73 from St. Louis, Missouri, Larry Moody. And in the back row on the inside, the Not Enough Room Team Bad Boy, number 123 from Owasso, Oklahoma, Tyler LaPointe. And on the outside of him, rounding out the field, the Salina Speedway, a number 151 from Salina, Kansas, Dustin Weigert. All right, green flag coming out of turn 4 right here. Richie Preston on the throttle. Green flag in the air. Good jump for Preston, but he's got company. That 3 car won last time we were out on the track at Lanier. Shane James picked up the win in his first start with the series. He's looking to do that again. Contact. I saw Brad Dyer and Dustin Griffiths make just a little bit of contact there. We'll drop back. We'll take a quick peek at this, but I'm pretty sure I saw exactly what happened. Coming out of the corner, 2 cars trying to occupy the same space on the track. Nobody really did anything, just unweighted the right side of the 82 car, and he's around. So Preston, James, Randolph, Dyer, Olson, Jansen, Moody, LaPointe, Weigert, and Griffiths in that order. They will line up double file for the restart. 2 complete, 6 to go. Quick, easy heat race here, and we just want to drag it out with a caution. We need a couple extra laps on the track. That's what the guys are doing. They are spread out all over the place, and they are trying to put some laps down to knock some of the moisture out of this track so we can have 2 and 3 wide racing when we get to feature time. All right. Lights will go off on the pace truck. The boys will get them lined up 2 by 2. We'll get a full restart here. 6 laps to go. All right, green flag out of turn number 4. Preston back to the front. James once again slides into second. Jason Randolph trying to put some pressure on Shane James right there. Not going to happen. Cody Olson in the 4th spot. Now Larry Moody and Brad Dyer side by side. Richie Preston, the 25 car, up into the fence in turn 3. That's going to shake up the standings. Shane James to the point. Jason Randolph, then Cody Olson. Now Brad Dyer, Larry Moody. Preston back to 6th. He's going to go to the high side. Dustin Griffiths in right behind him. Olson and Dyer having a good battle here for the 3rd spot. Olson about a lane up off the bottom. Dyer tried to get under in 3 and 4. Now follows in his tire tracks as Moody goes to the low side. 3 to go this time out of 3 and 4. Still Shane James pretty much running wherever he wants to in that 3 car. They were 3 wide back there for 3rd place. Olson went to the top, Dyer in the middle, and Moody on the bottom. And once again, caution, I do believe the 82 car. One more time, he found the wall in 3 and 4. Probably broke a bunch of the suspension. He gets down here to 1 and 2. Yep, that car climbs the fence, and Dustin Griffiths goes over the top. So catch fence, testing out the catch fence. As we'll have a 2-lap shootout to wrap up heat number 2. So James Randolph, and then I believe it's Olson and Moody, or Olson and Dyer, then Moody, Preston, Weigert, Jensen, LaPointe, and Griffiths. Griffiths' car in the infield. They'll get that ready to go before feature time. And we will see the 82 car at the back of our feature here in just a little bit. All right, lights off on the face truck. Driver's going to go single file. 2 cautions in an 8-lap heat race. Race control going to tell them you guys need to line them up nose to tail. 2 wide isn't working out. Green flag back in the air. James got a big jump that time. 2 to go. Randolph still second. Olson, Dyer went to the middle, and Moody went to the very bottom, but nothing doing on the 3rd place. Cody Olson's going to hang on to that for now. It looks like Shane James going to come out of turn 4, see the white flag one more time around. Out of turn 4, final time, checkered flag in the air. Shane James winning heat race number 2. Jason Randolph second, Cody Olson third, Dyer, Moody, Preston, Weigert, Jansen, LaPointe, and Griffiths. All right, the guys are going to get into some warm-up. They want to get out here and they want to buzz the track down just a little bit more. Before we watch them do that, we will let you see this. All right, watching the guys put a few extra laps in the track, trying to get some of that moisture up and out of it. And hello, Tim Burnett. We'll put 35 laps on the board. These guys are going to get a couple of minutes of warm-up here. Maybe 3 minutes, buzz the track down a little bit, and then we're going to see what they can do. Oh, car backwards right there. That was Tyler Shell. See the 21 car, Shea Apollo, into the wall just a little bit. Watch Shane James just a little bit. These guys are going to advance along here pretty quickly. And we'll get ready to run through our starting lineup for our feature. I'm ready whenever. Don't forget tomorrow night, folks. Dirt Slingers, a Wicked Energy Gum 410 Outlaw Series. Be week 3 for that series as well. The best 410 drivers on the service will be out. And they will be racing for cash like they do each and every Thursday night. So tune in for that, 8 Eastern. KR Stolfus will be back in the booth with you. All right, warm-up has ended. It is time for our starting lineup. So we are going to head down to the track. On the pole, the Fairway Mortgage BS Air Elbows Up Simsport number 44 of Tyler Shell to his outside, the 3 car of Shane James. A row 2 on the inside. Another elbows up driver in the 5, Braden Eiler, the high side hustler. On his outside, Jason Randolph in the 4 car. The 70 of Will Gatsky starting on the inside of row number 3 with Cody Olson in the 6 on his outside. Row 4 will see the 54 of John Batista on the inside. The outside going to be the 56 of Brad Dyer. Row 5 will be Shea Paulo, the 21 on the inside. The outside, the 73 of Larry Moody. The 90 of Jeff Fitzpatrick starting on the inside of row number 6 with Richie Preston in the 25 on his outside. Mason Hannigan will start the 42 car on the inside of row 7 with Dusty Weigert in the 151 on the outside of that row. Row 8, Jacob Schmutz in the 1, Miles Jensen, the 67 inside out. Row 9 is going to be Tyler LaPointe on the outside, Cody Kelly the 13 on the inside, and in the back row, Jesse Bandy, the 157, will be inside with Dustin Griffiths in the 82 car on the outside. 20 cars, 35 laps. All right. Pace truck should be dropping off right here down the backstretch. Green out of turn 4, 35 times around. Tyler Shell, Shane James on the front row. Shell's on the throttle and the green flag coming out. Braden Eiler right there in third as they head into turns 1 and 2. Cars all over the place. Cody Olson, Shea Paulo. Paulo went for the big slider through 1 and 2. Missed everybody. Went from the bottom to the top. Battle for the lead at the end of lap 1. Shane James has pulled along the inside of the 44 machine, and he has the lead when we come out of turn number 2. James on the point. Shell second. Here comes Will Gatsky, the 70 car, making a bid for third. He's got the inside on Braden Eiler. Trying to work the bottom. Eiler, as his usual, working the top side. He's going to take third. Gatsky into fourth. Olsen running fifth. Batista now back to sixth. Randolph, Paulo, Moody, and Dyer. Those two having a pretty good battle. It was 3 wide with those 3 cars right there. Paulo on the top, Moody in the middle. Dyer down the bottom. Here comes Jeff Fitzpatrick in the 90 car. Richie Preston, that's your 11th and 12th place cars. Back to the front we go. James has moved the 3 car to the top side. You see Shell and Gatsky down on the bottom, and Gatsky putting some pressure on the 5 car of Eiler. Eiler had to check up for the slow car in front of him. That's Tyler Shell, the 44, a little too far sideways, lost his momentum. Opened the door on the bottom, and now Will Gatsky is going to nose ahead at the line. 5 down, 30 to go. Eiler back to 4th, still right in front of Cody Olsen. Best battle on the track currently right now. 70 car on the inside. Will Gatsky, 44 on the top side. Tyler Shell, they battle for 2nd. Neither line seems to have any kind of big advantage. And now Shell uses the top side to gap Will Gatsky by about 2 car lengths. He takes 2nd. Eiler now making a run back at 3rd on Gatsky. Here comes John Batiste on the inside of Cody Olsen. That's for 5th. Good side-by-side battles all over the track right now. 3 and 4 wide behind that. Richie Preston, Larry Moody, Brad Dyer, Jacob Schmutz. That is back 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. All the way back to Jeff Fitzpatrick in 13th and Mason Hannigan in the 14th spot. Quick look back towards the front, 2nd and 3rd. Or 1st and 2nd, excuse me, getting away from 3rd and 4th. Those two starting to go at it. Eiler now trying to find some kind of grip anywhere he can, work around the 70 of Gatsky. Meanwhile, John Batista in 5th, closing in. So got Cody Olsen in behind him. Shane James, half a second. That time at the line, 0.48 seconds, and he's taking the 3 car down against the bottom. Tyler Shell running that cushion up at the top, trying to keep the momentum, trying to make that car a whole lot less pinchy on the bottom. It bogs it down just a little when you get down to the bottom. Now James moves the 3 car up to the top. We'll see if he drives away again or if this becomes a heated battle here. Slider from Shell. In low and 3, up across the nose. He had it right there at the exit of 4, but James takes it back at the line. Now Shane James trying to find a grip on the bottom. Had that line working until Shell got to him. Good battle back here. Eiler and Batista, they're both working on Gatsky. This is 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Braden Eiler found a little bit of a momentum out of the exit of turn 2 off the bottom. Good battle for 3rd. Tyler Shell around Shane James now, 0.6 of a second. And our first caution almost made it to the halfway point. Take a look at the 32 car of Jesse Bandy, which is listed as a 157, but it is a 32 car. Let's go back, take a quick peek, and see if we can figure out what happened here with Bandy. And it looks like Cody Kelly in the 13 right there, or side by side. Oh, Griffith's got a little out of shape. They turned him across in front of Jansen. Jansen really was committed to getting by that on the top side, and he T-bones the 32 car. So we'll see where these guys line out here at. Bandy looks like he's headed for the pits. Looks like he's a little lost. Jansen, they're going to be able to bend the sheet metal back out on that car, get him back out here. See if they can do some magic to the 32 car. Yeah, looks like they're going to be able to get the 32 car squared away. Quick look at our top 10 here. Shell, James, Gatsky, Eiler, Batista, Randolph, Olsen, Paulo, Preston, and Dyer. Right at the halfway point. So 16 down, about 19 to go. 18 when they get the green flag. We will get them lined up 2 by 2. have our restart out of turn 4. They made the first half without caution. Let's see if they can make the second half. Green flag back in the air. Shell able to grab the lead. 0.4 of a second. Battle for second here. James on the top side. Gatsky on the bottom. Eiler on the top side. Batista down on the bottoms. We got a big stack up as Eiler clipped the fence with the right side of that 5 machine. He is still clipping the fence. He is falling back to the field all the way to 10th. Making 11th for a split second now. Making 11th again as he is behind Brad Dyer. Jacob Schmutz. He's got Fitzpatrick on the inside. That's Larry Moody, on the inside right there. Go back, take a quick peek at the front. James trying to keep Shell in check and keep him close this time. Will Gatsky's worked his way to third. John Batista with another top 5 run going on here in this series. Runs in the 4th spot as he takes the 54 car to the bottom. Cody Olson still runs at the top. Big gaggle of cars behind that. 4 wide at the exit of 2. Preston was in a 6th, and then Paulo, Randolph, Dyer, and Schmutz were 4 wide out of 2. Oh, a little contact there as Randolph got the 4 car a little wide. He moved Shane James just a little bit. Or, I'm sorry, Shea Paulo, not Shane James, Shea Paulo. Paulo falls all the way back to 12th from that contact. We'll keep our eye on the 4 car here for just a minute. He's battling Richie Preston. Brad Dyer in behind that. Still 1-2. Tyler Shell, Shane James, and then Will Gatsky into third. But Gatsky's got company as we have another caution. Is that Brad Dyer's car that went around right there? Looks like the 56 car. Down on the bottom, got pinched in between Randolph and Eiler there. They tried to go 4 wide down the backstretch, and that's usually a recipe for some kind of disaster here. Everybody facing the right way. Everybody stay on the track. I said that about the time I saw Shea Paulo head in, and he is going to come out of the pits as well. Couple of cars in trying to get some fenders pushed out, it looks like. So about 13 laps left to go in this one. Shell, James, Gatsky, Batista, Olson, Randolph, Preston. Brad Dyer no longer in 8th. It'll be Braden Eiler in 8th. Jacob Schmutz in 9th. And Larry Moody in that 10th spot. Okay, lights off on the face truck. 2x2 restart. 13 to go. Looks like everybody's pretty much in their spot. Jesse Bandy, the only car not on track 5 laps down, has elected to keep the 32 car in the pits. Green flag back in the air, racing once again. Again, Tyler Shell right against the outside, making the 44 car work up there. Gatsky down on the bottom inside, Shane James. James keeping the 3 car wound up on the top side, trying not to let Shell get too far ahead of him. John Batista working the inside, trying to get around Gatsky, or working the outside, trying to get around Gatsky up against the wall. Not able to do it just yet. Because I think the bottom's starting to come back to these drivers. And Gatsky has the 70 car down on the inside. They'll see 10 to go this time by. Still Olson in 5th, then Richie Preston up to 6th. Jason Randolph. You see the 2 wide, 2 deep battle there. Eiler on the inside of Moody. The 5 and 73. Jacob Schmutz, the 1 car in behind that. Back to our battle for 2nd or 3rd and 4th right here. Now Batista getting the 54 car wound up on the top side, and Gatsky moved up the hill right in front of the 6 car of Olson. That's going to cost him. He had to back the car down, and he's 5 wide. Coming out of 4, contact everywhere. everybody sideways. I think they all gathered them up, but a lot of guys cost a lot of positions in all that contact right there. And it started when the 6 car gave the 70 a push down the backstretch the lap prior to. These guys are wasting 3 and 4 wide every time they come out of turn number 4. Olsen, Randolph, Moody, Gatsky. Still contact now in the backstretch. That time Gatsky goes in the infield. He's going to bring it back in. Slowly and right in front of traffic. The car heavily damaged, I think. Back to the front, still green. 6 to go this time by Shell. Barely in front of James. James starting to run him back down. John Batista the third. Cody Olsen, Jason Randolph. Here comes James Slider in 3 and 4. Didn't quite go, and I think Shell expected something that didn't happen, and he found the fence a little bit. Now he's going to go back at James. James finds a little fence, and that was a pretty good door slam right there. He shut it tight. Batista was on the bottom. That's going to bring us out a caution. We saw that one coming. James down here goes to the top side, catches a little fence, and Shell come right across the nose, slowed him up even more. James went to cut underneath, and here come Batista with a full head of steam. And he clipped Shane and pushed him right up into the infield. That is going to retire the 3 car, it looks like. Shane James going to exit that machine. Keep it in the infield so he will not go back-to-back in the series. As we got 4 to go and we get the green. Shell, Olsen, Randolph, Eiler, Moody, Schmutz, Dyer, Fitzpatrick, Cody Kelly, and Richie Preston look to be your top 10 right now. Mega Dustin Griffiths in that 10th spot behind Richie Preston. All right, they've elected to go a single file for the restart. So the pace truck in 4 to go when they grab the green, this time out of turn 4. Tyler Shell on the point. Green flag in the air, racing once again. Cody Olsen hanging on to that second position. Got Jason Randolph right behind him. Braden Eiler on the bottom. Larry Moody went through the middle. That's your top 5. And caution once again. John Batista sideways in turn 2. We'll see what happened to JB here. Down to the inside. Oh, car stacked up in front of him. Not much he could do. Looks like Mason Hannigan was stacked up in front of him. Hannigan just kind of lost a little bit of traction with that 42 car down there. Oh, he got a little help losing that traction. Got moved into by the 21 car. That stacked up Jansen behind that, and then Batista got into the aftermath of all of that. So a quick green and then a quick yellow. And we'll keep 3 laps on the board for these guys. Don't forget 8 o'clock Eastern tomorrow night. KR Stolfs will be back here in the booth with you for the Wicked Energy Gum 410 Outlaw Series from the Dirt Slingers. They will be at Knoxville for round number 3 of season number 6. We are going to get ready to go green here. Once again, single file. They'll have 3 laps to wrap this one up. At the end, we will talk to our top 3. All All right, pace truck is in. We are waiting on Mr. Shell. He jumps on the throttle. Cody Olson timed it up pretty good, and he's going to be close for these last 3 laps right here. Those two broke away a little bit from Jason Randolph, Braden Eiler, Larry Moody, and Jacob Schmutz. We'll watch these top 2. Olson in through the middle. Shell up against the fence. He drug the right rear, and that let Olson get even with him on the inside. Now Olson in behind him through 1 and 2 this time. Lap and a half to go. Can Olson mount a challenge? Come up here and snatch the victory away from Tyler and Shell. They're going to take the white flag, a 1 to 2. Shell, Olson, then Randolph in third. Braden Eiler up to fourth. Larry Moody still fifth, and Jacob Schmutz in sixth. Backstretch, final time. Shell gapping Olson just a little bit. 3-4 car lengths. He's going to come out of turn 4. He's going to pick a victory up here in the Wednesday Warriors Series. Olson second. Randolph fell to Eiler through 3 and 4. Eiler with a really good slide job, and he picks up third. So our top 3, Shell, Olson, and Eiler. We'll get those guys around here. We will get them parked in here nice and neat. Good job by everybody tonight. Grab our top 3 drivers and have a chat with them. All right. Braden Eiler, you there, buddy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Hey, man, a nice move there on the final lap to get this podium finish. Man, tell us about that feature. A lot of ups and downs for the 5 car.
Yeah, I was fast early, but I just kind of couldn't really do much. I felt like I was getting blocked a little bit, so I changed my lineup a lot, and yellow came out, bad timing, and I made a big mistake there in the restart and fell back pretty deep, and started picking off cars there in the bottom. It was really good there. Everybody else was kind of training on the top, so I was kind of able to get down there and just start picking them off one by one there, and a few cautions kind of helped out, and was able to get a last lap pass, kind of helped that he kind of walled himself, but we're here.
Yeah, still a good run. That last lap, you slid it around Randolph there, and you come home in third. Man, who's on the car helping you out, and we'll let you go celebrate.
Yeah, Elbows Up Sim Sport, everybody at Roofco, Wicked Energy Gum, Catch Fence Apparel, Flow Racing. We got a new deal with them. Go look at our social media. You can check out the link. You can support the team by signing up for your subscription through our link, and will help us out. Also, Harry Got Real Estate, and everybody putting this deal on.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Yep.
Your third place finisher, Braden Eiler. Get our second place driver in here. I know I've got to change his volume. Cody Olson, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. A heck of a run for you tonight. You hung around there in the top 5 the whole time, and then towards the end, you moved your way all the way up to second. Talk to us about this feature, and then that last restart. You kept it close for about a lap and a half.
Well, I definitely wasn't the fastest car here tonight or within the top 3. I think there's some faster cars that deserve to be up here, but I think I just got lucky, and we made our way up there. The track was real tacked down, but towards the end there, it started really slicking it up, and kind of got a little better feel for the throttle, and the setup kind of came in. So yeah, it was a fun race, and congrats to Tyler on the win and Braden on the third place.
Yeah, it looked like guys were able to move around a lot. Was there just grip in several different places, or was it really just the 2 lines at the bottom and the top?
Well, at the beginning it was bottom and top, but once we hit, I don't know, about lap 20, 21, I think we had a caution somewhere in there. It really seemed to change, and I found a line kind of late there that was kind of middle top there in 1 and 2 that I didn't expect to develop, but yeah, it was overall it was a good track. Track wear wore in pretty good. It was a little rougher than would be to my liking, but hey, that's racing, right? We're here to race the track and have some fun.
Yep, if you are only racing the other drivers, you are going to fail miserably. The track really factors into a lot of this dirt racing, so glad to hear you say that. Man, who's on the car helping you out? We'll let you celebrate a great run tonight.
Just shout out to all the guys over at American Dirt Motorsports that help make this thing run. Durco Media House, 34 Raceway, WFO Race Engines, Toro Media, Ram Designs, Car Racing Gear, Full Velocity Racing Network, and then you and Cody for putting this on.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us, and we look forward to seeing you in the next series, buddy.
Yeah, thanks, Roger. Thanks for having me, man.
Cody Olson, your second place finisher. Let's move on and talk to tonight's winner, Tyler Schell. Are you there, sir?
Yeah.
All right, man. Good run for you. You and Shane James, heck of a battle there throughout pretty much the entire race, and he catches a little bad luck. Talk to us about battling up the front with a driver like Shane James and then coming away with that victory.
Yeah. I didn't know at the beginning if I'd have anything for him, and then probably 10 laps. And I just stood around the top. Was able to get some momentum, slider, and then I don't know what happened to him after I threw a slide job, but I kind of hit the slick and just slide, and I was on the brakes, but he got in the wall, but I don't know like what happened after. I don't know if he spun out trying to get off of it or whatever, but I feel bad though for him for the end like that, because I didn't want to race him like that. I just hit the slick and I committed, and I couldn't do anything about it.
Well, yeah, he tried to cut back underneath you, and there was a car there, and though they made contact, Batista had a pretty good head of steam coming off the exit of that corner. So racing's racing. Sometimes you get the bear, and the bear gets you some other times. But overall, a good night. Looked like you were able to move around and use several different lines there. How did the track change, and how were you able to utilize that?
The track changed a lot more than I thought it was. I mean, if the track could have started where that feature ended, that would have been... Track was getting racy. Like the bottom was coming in, the middle, the top was coming. Everything was coming in at the end. Just needed more laps if you wanted for more lines to come in. I felt like the beginning, first couple laps bottom, and then it just went to the top and never really changed. To be honest, I don't think after lap 10 I was any quicker any other line except the top for me. But I know people were trying to make other lines work.
Well, still a great run. You come home with a win. Who's helping you out? And we'll let you go celebrate with your team.
You guys putting this on. It's a blast. Missed the first week, but I should be able to make the rest of them. So can't wait to keep racing these. And then Elbows Up SimSport and our sponsors: Full Racing, Interstate Speedway, Motorsports BHS Logistics, Paints by Tuna Again, Hergot Real Estate Group, BSR, Over the Wall Photographs, Catch Apparel, Roof Co., and Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on the win again. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow night, buddy.
Yep, see you tomorrow.
Tyler Schell, your winner tonight. Run through our official results. Schell gets the win. Olson was second. Braden Eiler third. Jason Randolph in fourth. Larry Moody comes home fifth. Jacob Schmutzen sixth. Brad Dyer was seventh. Eighth to Jeff Fitzpatrick in his first start with the series. Cody Kelly in ninth. Richie Preston was 10th. John Batista, a rare out of the top five finish for him, finishes 11th. Mason Hannigan was 12th. Dusty Weigert in 13th. Shea Paulo 14th. Tyler LaPointe 15th. Dustin Griffith 16th. 17th to Miles Jansen. Shane James, after leading a good bit of this race, comes home in 18th after some late race incidents. Will Gatsky 19th. And Jesse Bandy rounds out of the field. That is going to do it for us tonight. Guys, do not forget, tomorrow night, 410 Outlaw Series, Wicked Energy Gum. 410 Outlaw Series. KR Stolfus will be in the booth with you. 8 o'clock Eastern. They will start racing a few minutes after that, but join us early. Say hi in the chat. KR always likes to chat with the fans. We look forward to seeing you then. For myself, KR, and Dominic Santina, until we see you again, everybody keep it dirty. Good night.